Okay. So do I need to press record or no need? Okay. Happy New Year, everyone online. I'm still navigating how to conduct a class online at the same time. It's like, usually people online get ignored. Whatever they say, physical presence.
It's like Kung Fu, isn't it? Kung Fu of Zoom.
Yes.
People online can hear us okay?
Yeah.
Sound check. Oh, thanks, Nikki.
Okay. Shall we wait a bit more?
Yeah.
It's not yet. For those people who came last week, did you try some of the homework? Do you remember?
I did.
Okay.
The brushing the teeth. That was interesting.
Please, do share. Yeah.
Oh, I only remembered it 2 or 3 times at the beginning of the week.
Okay.
And but yeah, I see what you mean about the being open to feeling the sensation, the bristles and the so that was interesting.
Very good. How about the 10 cracks? Did you try? Anyone try?
That I didn't do. Not good at homework. I was hoping we might see the recording of last week's.
Yes.
Last week's was quite good.
We need to do editing before we can upload.
Yeah, sure.
It's a bit raw otherwise.
Yes. Hello, welcome. Happy New Year. So last week with the homework, Jane, did you do something? Did you want to share some?
I only did it once, I think, when I was getting to the elevator.
Okay, that's good.
It's like cracks in it. These like some sort of crack.
Okay.
For design purposes.
That's really good.
That's great. I did remember other times.
Okay. Well, for those who are not here, should we do a brief introduction again? Or just for the people around, because okay, so I will start first. My name is Jimmy Liao, and I've been meditating for maybe 30 more years. I've been a monk for 10 years in the Tibetan tradition and the Theravadan tradition. So I'm quite familiar with the Thai tradition, the Sri Lanka tradition, the Myanmar tradition. And I've been wandering in India for quite some time, study under different spiritual teachers and Tibetan teachers. And also in Japan and China, I study under a few different Zen traditions, Zen masters. So I'm kind of familiar with all the different schools out there. And it is my pleasure to share some of my experience with you. And then hopefully, and it's really beneficial for me, you guys come and listen. I really need to think how to condense all this knowledge into something really fast and simple and direct for you guys to know. So you guys are really helping me a lot too. Thank you so much.
So hello everybody, thanks Jimmy. My name is Zen and I'm a volunteer at the Metta Center. Sometimes I facilitate courses as well, and I'm very grateful to be here to share and also learn from you all. Thank you.
I'm Angela. Where do I start? I'm just new to meditation, so this is my second time coming in.
Good, great.
Learning.
You were here during the fire alarm?
I was here during the fire alarm.
Okay.
So really, it's my first time.
Okay, that's good.
I'm Chris. I'm totally new to this. This is my first experience with meditation. And yes, enjoying it so far. And looking forward to learning and sharing more and more.
Hi, my name's Chan. Um, I'm learning about Buddhism and meditation. That's why I'm
Okay.
I'm Christina. It's my first time here, and I'm keen to try something new.
Okay. Very good. Welcome, Christina.
I'm
And,
Chantel. I don't know how to say first time. I'm doing face-to-face meditation.
oh, very good.
I learned some from YouTube
Okay.
and that was it. But face-to-face, I always wanted to do face-to-face,
Oh.
was cannot find a class.
Okay. Welcome.
So, yeah.
Found it. Yes.
Carlotta on YouTube meditation,
Okay.
open to learn.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everyone here and Happy New Year. This is our second week, so for those who didn't come last week, didn't miss much. I'll go through some of the stuff just to refresh your memories and all that.
How about our friends online?
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot totally. That's what happened. Sorry, Nikki. Friends online, please. Can you turn on your mic? Let's see. Who's online here? First, Judy. Are you online?
Yes, hi everyone, I'm Judy. I joined late last year and I'm coming back as I'm still a beginner and still lots to learn. So looking forward to it. Thank you.
Great. Mr. Low, can you hear me? Mr. Teo, Happy New Year. Yes, so
Yes, I can.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy
Welcome.
birthday, yeah?
Gong Lei Fa Chai. Yes.
Yeah, Gong Hee Fat Chai. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you just briefly introduce yourself to the class? We have an online, and then live class here as well. Can you say something just briefly? We are
trying to guide Gong Hua to log in.
They're still having trouble logging in, I think. Okay.
They can join audio. I think they haven't joined the audio.
You haven't joined the audio.
There's a button on the bottom left.
There's a button on your bottom left. It says, oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll come back to you. Natasha?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Great.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Natasha. I'm a dissertation student studying dispute resolution. I've been coming off and on since October last year, the end of October. I'm really here to help me focus and to help me practice mindfulness.
Okay, great. Thank you. Welcome. Okay. Where else here? So. Okay. Hi.
Hello, I'm Sophia. I'm part of Meta Center and I'm here to learn about meditation. Always a beginner, but I've been meditating for a bit.
Great. I think Mr. Teo Go-hwa is still. Can you hear? Okay. I think they're having trouble. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah. So welcome everyone. Yeah. And we
Just before we start, can I just do a quick survey just for our statistics?
Yeah.
Are there any University of Western Sydney Uni students or staff that are in this session? If you are online, you can put a thumbs up. Okay.
No.
So mainly external. Okay. Thank you.
Sorry, you just coming. Would you like to say your name briefly?
My name is Kiva.
Hey.
I don't know what to say about myself. So I'm just here because I'm like always stressed out and I need to help you.
Really good. Okay, welcome.
I'm Rania, the center.
It's good. It's good. We all need. Actually, last week I was saying that the group practice is so important as a group because practicing on your own is really difficult. You're going to in a group session, in a group environment where everyone start to know each other and we get to be more relaxed and all that, and we can progress from there. It's really good practice. Okay, so let's start this week's meditation class. Okay, let me share my screen. So I click share. Share screen. Okay. So last week we were talking about in meditation, there's like preliminary, like almost like if you go to the gym, you need to do some kind of warm up stretching, right? And the preliminary for the main part of meditation is prescribed by the Buddha. It's called the Metta Sutra. Last week we did a Metta Sutra. This is a very short sutra prescribed by the Buddha. It's got 10 phrases basically. And it helps us to set our mind in the right mode to meditate and to progress. And it has a lot of benefits. So I'm just quoting some of the benefits of this Metta Sutra. So metta means like loving kindness or loving friendliness. So cultivating this loving kindness first to yourself, of course, to yourself, and then to others. So this the benefits of metta is there are 11 benefits. I'm just going to say some. Like you can sleep better, basically. So try it before you sleep. Then you really sleeps better, and you wake up in comfort. There's no bad dreams, and you'll be somehow as you practice this slowly and slowly, you'll find out wherever you go, your colleagues and all these people around you, they're friendlier, because they can sense this loving friendliness that you have. Okay, so one can concentrate easily. Okay, and okay, there's like number 10. One dies unconfused, because in Buddhism, dying is very, very important. We need to die consciously, like not being fearful and all that and everything. So okay, so we're going to do a metta meditation. I'm going to guide this, but okay, maybe I'll do the session first. So stop share first. Okay, so just follow my voice. You can choose to close your eyes or open your eyes, doesn't matter, but just put yourself in a relaxed position, okay? And then make yourself comfortable, okay? And it is always recommended that you can keep your back a little bit straight, and it has a lot of purpose there, like physio, it maintains this awareness also, okay? And when if you have practiced yoga, you know about the prana and bindus or this, so keeping your back erect is very important. So with this metta meditation, let's start. At the beginning, just have a smile in your heart. Have a smile and joy in your heart. And wish yourself, may I be happy. May I be well and happy. May I be free from all sufferings. May I be free from all mental sufferings. And may I be free from all physical sufferings. From all kinds of fears and anxieties. May I be free from all kinds of expectations. May I be well. May I be happy. Sending this loving kindness to all the cells in your body. May I be well and happy. Free from all kinds of suffering. All kinds of physical and mental sufferings. May I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. Now let's spread this loving kindness, this well wish of happiness for others as well. Let's start with all the people in this room. May all the participants here tonight and all the participants online, may everyone be well and happy, free from all kinds of anxieties, all kinds of physical and mental sufferings. May everyone be well and happy. Maintaining this wishing for everyone in the room, just like a spring in your heart that has overflowed with joy. Share this happiness with everyone, wishing everyone well and happy. And going beyond this room, let's spread this happiness and well wish to all the people in the surrounding areas, in the whole campus of Western Sydney, in the whole city of Sydney and beyond, to the whole of Australia and to the whole world. May all beings, seen or unseen to us, known or unknown to us, may everyone be well and happy, be free from all mental and physical sufferings. May all be well and happy. Going beyond this boundary of earth, spreading your loving kindness to the whole galaxies, and as far as your mind can reach, may all beings be well and happy. May all beings be well and happy. Spreading this happiness and well wish to all those who are closest to you, your family and friends. May they too be well and happy. And even towards those people who have enmity towards you, who you have aversion, also wish them to be well and happy, to be free from all kinds of suffering, from mental and physical suffering. May all beings be well and happy. Going for as far as your mind can reach to the edge of the universe, may all beings be well and happy. All beings be well and happy. Then we'll slowly come back, bring all this loving kindness, good energy back from the edge of the universe, back onto this earth, back to this country, this campus, this room, and back into you. All these good energies just being poured down into your body, replenish and rejuvenate all your cells in the body. May I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. When you have absorbed all this good energy in you, you can then slowly open your eyes. So how did that feel? That's like it's called metta meditation. It's actually very, very powerful. It's prescribed by the Buddha to do this every day. That whatever obstacles you have in your life, or it has a lot of benefits, and you can regulate your emotions as well, your daily life. Let me go back to the screen. Share screen. So just to share some of the verses that's in the Metta Sutra. So basically what it's saying is whatever beings are there, weak or strong, long, short, what kind of size they are, are they residing near you or very far? Those yet to come, or, may everyone be joyful and not let anyone deceive another person in anger or ill will, not wishing to harm another. And then this important one, like, just as a mother will protect her only child with her own life, even so let him cultivate boundless thought of loving kindness towards all beings. So just like a mother caring for his own child, you cultivate this loving kindness. And then spread this loving kindness to the whole world, above, below, and all around, free from hatred and enmity. Whenever you are standing, walking, if you can maintain this, in the sutra says it's the divine abiding. So when you do this at home, I just want you to know that there's no time limit. It's not like, okay, I'm going to do 5 minutes. No, it's up to you. You have to judge, you have to know yourself. For example, today I'm very tired in the morning. I'm lacking all kinds of energy. I'm like, don't want to get up. Then I do a bit of metta meditation. And then, I'm just enjoying it. Oh, I feel so bliss out. Then you can just maintain this wish for a long time. And then when you feel like, oh, you're ready, to get out work, then you come back and then you wait, open your eyes and all that. So timing is not important. When you do metta meditation, timing is totally up to you. You can even do it for a minute or two, okay? But, you have to, they're like, those stretching exercise you do in the gym, right? It's never really about how many repetitions you do. You know yourself whether your muscle have relaxed. You yourself know. So in metta meditation, it's the same. You do this, so you feel what are the signs that you're ready? Meaning your minds become settled, you are less agitated, and then your mind become more open, malleable to ideas, thoughts, new ideas and stuff like that. Then you know, oh, okay, I'm ready. It has done a good job. So with Metta Sutra at the end, it says, with the correct view, virtue inside, sensual desire, meaning things that's outside, you have kind of, it's there, and then but you don't cling on to it. So then you kind of liberated, in a way it's liberated. But in here, the view is very important. If without the view, you can't really meditate. That's why every session here, we'll spend some time on the view, because the view is everything. It's not just about technique. Technique, everyone can teach you, you know. You can listen to what's that called, MindSpace, whatever. There are so many apps out there which just tell you techniques. I'm not so interested in teaching you just the technique, but the philosophy behind it as well. Like, why are we doing this? And what's the benefit? And is this good for me? You can reflect on yourself. You try it. Oh, yes, this makes sense. And, you know, this is good. Then it enhances your meditation. Okay, so I'm going to start with a very brief introduction to the 3 marks of existence. Okay, although this is a Buddhist philosophy, but it applies universally. I mean, this is very common sense for the first one, especially. It's called the anicca. Anicca is impermanent or transient, meaning everything that we have in everything that's compounded in our life are impermanent. Like, you know, just like your hobbies, you know, like for kids, you know, they like to play at the beach, the sandcastles, remember? Or Barbie dolls. That used to be your whole world. And then somehow you just grow out of the sandcastle. Remember as a kid, you know, when their sandcastle get destroyed by the wave and all this, they cry, you know, they really think this is so real. But as an adult, you know, oh, okay, it's okay. It's just a sandcastle, you know. But then the problem is we don't see it like that. And as we grow older, that sandcastle change to another things that we are obsessed with, like a car, a house, money, whatever. We're chasing something. But it's actually just another different kind of sandcastle you need to get over with, you know, things like that. So I think everything is impermanent, it's transient. And then the second principle here says dukkha, or suffering, dissatisfaction. Basically here it says nothing will give you 100% satisfaction. You know, just like sandcastle, just like all your desires. Even you really like, if you really like certain food or cake, you know, the moment you eat it, you know, the moment you, oh, so nice. But if you really eat, if you overeat, you start to have this guilt. Oh no, I need to get rid of all this excess, you know, calories and all this, you know. So nothing really, you have to understand, everything in this world can never satisfy you 100%. But you need to, we never know that. We thought, if I just save enough money, I buy this bag I really want, I'll be happy, you know, chasing that happiness. But the moment we swipe our credit card, oh no, I got to repay this, you know, work, and you know, the suffering comes. But just keep at the back of the mind, nothing will satisfy us 100%. Nothing in this world. And the ancient Chinese, they knew this, you know. So, you know, there's this training for the emperors of China. You know, the emperors, they're like the super dictators. They're the Kim Jong-un of, you know, 1.4 billion people. They can have anything they want, you know. They have 100,000, hundreds of wives and all this. But there's this strict training because they know this rule. Nothing can satisfy them 100%. So what they do is, when they have eating a meal, even they really like this food, they can never pick it again. You know, they will serve him with, you know, 10 or 20 different dishes, and he will just eat them. But if he really like this, he will not go back and grab it again. This is the training they have. Never go overboard. Never completely satisfy your desire. That's how you keep it for the next time. You still have that, oh yeah, you still, oh, next time I'm going to have this. You know, if you overdone it, you have ruined everything. So there's this discipline, even for the emperors. They know when is, you know, it's like not enough is enough. That's the, never go overboard. Okay. And then the third philosophy, which is anatta, non-self. This one is a little bit hard to understand at first, but it's basically, we can go, you know, many sessions on this. But this requires very subtle mind. When your minds are sharp, you can see. It's like we have this idea, human beings create, ideas of, for example, we create this table right here. Why do we see it as a table? Have you ever wondered? The kids at the beginning, they don't see it as a table, but now there's this table appearing because we're taught something like this with legs here, and then you put something on top or your laptop. You don't sit on it. If you sit on it with a cushion, it becomes a chair, right? So this is table because of this configuration of this compound. Okay, so we just roughly call it a table. But what is a table? It's not a service or this. It's none of this, right? So same, if you analyze yourself, our physical body are made of all these bones and cells and all these components, all right? But if you pinpoint which one is you, you can't pinpoint. Just so self only works because we kind of vaguely see, this vagueness we have. In Buddhism, it's called ignorance. We can go back to this again, doesn't matter. But slowly, once you meditate more and more, you start to realize this. And then once you see this, you really, this liberation of release, you don't carry this burden. Oh, it's like, there's a sandcastle there. Okay, you can play with it, everything, but once sandcastle is gone, it doesn't matter. You're not hurt by it, okay? So these 3 marks of existence is very fundamental for our meditation. What happened is like the traditional way of the Theravadan, for example, if you go to a Sri Lankan temple or the Thai temple, they will ask you to kind of think about this. And then when you do the Vipassana meditation there, you're supposed to generate a sense of renunciation, once you see everything's impermanent, suffering, and non-self, you kind of, okay, you kind of let go in a sense of letting go, okay? So this one approach to it. Once you let go, and then you become more calm and you meditate. But the Japanese, I'm not sure if you know, the Japanese have a different aspect on this same thing, the 3 principles, but it's called the Buddhist ascetics. It's called wabi-sabi. The Japanese, the flower arrangement, tea ceremonies, do you guys know those things, like the garden, the Zen garden, to be meticulous, Have you seen a Zen garden in Japan? They do it like every day, the stones have to be in the right circle and all the leaves have to be cleaned. But that's not it, the last stroke for this, they think is the perfect painting of the garden. The last stroke is always after cleaning everything, the leaf and everything, they'll go and shake the tree and a few leaves will fall. And that's perfect. That's perfect. Not like everything's clean. No, it has to be. So the Japanese are heavily influenced on the Zen tradition because of the Chinese and because of the Buddhist philosophy. So the 3 principles we talk about, the impermanence, the unsatisfactoriness, and the non-self, is translated into how they appreciate beauty in life. So the beauty in transient things, impermanent, actually, you might think, oh, this is something negative. No, in the Japanese mind, it's transientness. It's so precious. It is precisely because of this transientness, nothing stays still, everything's changing all the time. That's why every moment is precious. Have you ever wondered? Now a lot of times we take things for granted, like our family members, for example, our parents or this, we take it for granted. We thought they're permanent, basically. We think they can live with us forever. But have you ever imagined if every night you say to your parents or your child, as if that's the last time you're going to say something to them, because you never know what's going to happen next overnight. So if you have that appreciation of this transient nature in every moment. Actually, every moment never repeats itself. Nothing. You can't get it back, even if you want to. So if you have this transient appreciation, you can really, even your partners are scolding at you, you say, wow, so precious. I miss your scolding. If you disappear from me, I'm going to miss this scolding from you. So this thing becomes precious. Okay, so also the Japanese, they really emphasize on space. Have you ever wondered why they leave things so empty? We like to fill our rooms, fill our house with all kinds of stuff. No, they always leave certain place empty because that's how they appreciate beauty. They think space is not nothing. It's a space of potentiality. At the moment, there's nothing here, but I could be like coming in here and I feel in the space. Now I'm present in this space. And then when I'm gone, something will come into this space. So this space is always unpredictable. It's full of potentials, this magic of the space itself. So the Japanese, when you go in, they have these flat walls, which is light, empty space. This empty space is kind of the shrine, the sacred spot, more or less. So this space of potentiality, like I say, for them, it's alive, it's vibrant, okay? And the Japanese also they value, wabi-sabi also means like simplicity, weathered, something that's aged, like leather, when you have some wrinkles, it's like, some kind of memory is better than something new. They appreciate something with age to it. It's just better and all this. So it also referred to anything that's unfabricated. Now I think this modern people really need this unfabrication because we have so many fabrications. We just totally brainwashed. We buy all kinds of branded goods, or we bought into all these ideas people have, advertisement and all this. So for the Japanese or the Buddhists, when they realize everything is transient, impermanent, all these principles, once you appreciate this, even through your quiet reflection or meditation, you start to have this inner confidence, this inner, what they call the almost like an authentic presence. Sometimes when you see a monk, very serene, just sitting there, you say, oh, something different. What you're seeing here is authentic presence. It's not burdened by trying to show off, trying to fit your expectations or anything, nothing. It's just, this authentic presence. We see it all the time in little ones, toddlers, babies, they're walking around naked. They're not, they don't say, oh, I should put on my undies. No, they just walk around naked. There's this authentic presence. They're not shamed by anything. They're untainted. They're like, they're just too pure to be untainted by all these ideas. So this authentic presence is very important. Unbounded by convention, it's freedom, tranquility, and silence. So a lot of wabi-sabi training, in Japan, it's about finding the most basic and natural objects. You're finding them beautiful. The fading autumn leaves, changing colors on the leaf, the decaying of leaves, And that's why last week's homework, I asked you to find 10 cracks. 10 cracks, because we never want to notice cracks. We always want everything nice. All this. If we notice certain cracks in the walls and all this, we kind of get agitated. But then we are in this pattern. Meditation is about getting you out of this box, of this loop. the word samsara, have you heard samsara in the Buddhist term? Samsara basically means like a wheel, you know? Wheel is like this little mice running on a wheel that never stops because it's chasing the next thing. And you just keep feeding energy to the wheel, just keep turning forever. And in Buddhism, that's called samsara. We just keep chasing after the things we project, you know. It's so tiring, we don't even know, we just keep doing it, you know. So so this cracks last week as a homework, you know. You know, the Japanese, they appreciate things that's imperfect. You know, it's a little bit of crack, but still usable, you know this. And I think that's a greater value than something that's brand new, you know. And that's how they appreciate. It's born nature anyway. Okay. So anyway, I won't go through any more deeper. But there's a book. It's called The Praise of Shadow by Tanazaki. If you're interested in any of this, you know, beauty aspect of Zen, you can read this book. It's very fascinating, so fascinating. You know, it's called Praise of Shadow. You just know, you know, the Japanese even appreciate shadow. That's why they build rooms that's so kind of dark and then bright outside and then still dark. And then when they get the sun from outside, the reflecting sun into the room on the floor, the shadow has different colors, you know, on the ground, this shade. And then how they make it nice. So profound. But anyway, so I will leave it to your exploration. Okay, so we're about to get into the main meditation here. But just last week, I started talking about this just relax. It's so profound. And then I didn't actually finish the story because I got sidetracked and then I was talking about something. But do you remember how I started the story? Just relax. Do you vaguely remember there was a story about just relax? Anyone? Chen, do you remember?
Yeah,
Oh, Devan?
I think, one guy, one master, right?
Yes, yes.
He was crossing the border,
Yes,
right, from Tibet to India.
yes,
And one of his disciples,
yes.
he also wanted to be accompanied with him, and he
Yes.
said no.
Oh, very good. Good memory. So I'll just repeat the story for those who's not here. One of my teacher, he has passed away now, but he passed away at a very old age, maybe 92. And when he was young, he has a teacher which he follows all the time. And this teacher is a great master in Tibet. And during that time, he can kind of foresee what's going to happen, you know, later in Tibet. So he started to travel to India. And at that time, my teacher is only 14 years old, 13, 14. He's accompanying him, you know, the master sitting on a horseback and he's just dragging the horse. And then he kind of sensed it, you know, somehow the master is not going to bring him to India. So just on the border, the master said, hey, you should go back. I can handle it from here. So it's like he was crying and very upset. He said, no, don't take me with you, you know, things like that. But it's his master, so he couldn't say anything. So the master said, don't worry, I'll give you a final lesson. So he was bring him to the side and he teach him meditate. Basically, they sat and meditate. And one of the profoundness of this meditation, I won't go into the whole detail, but one of the key points of this is how the master told him to how to just relax. And it's the instruction of just relax, so profound for him. It has such impact that when the master, growing up, in Tibet, the communists kind of came in and occupied Tibet. And all these monks, a lot of them were put into jail, And my teacher is one of them who got put into jail. He was in the jail for almost 40 years. And there's torture and there's starvation, all kind of things, unbelievable things in the jail. And then he's able to survive the whole ordeal after coming out because he said the master's instruction of just relax. That saved his life and sanity in jail for 40 years. That profoundness of the meditation instruction of just relax. It has completely changed him. He said, because of that instruction, he never hold any grudges or hatred towards those guards, prison guards, or towards those people who's beating him. Nothing. He didn't change. He's still a very healthy, happy person. It didn't, if it's me, for example, I might have to go through all kinds of psychological rehabilitations, all these traumas, But no, he didn't need it. 40 years. And after he came out from the prison, it's one of the great masters of Tibet. He started teaching people how to meditate and all this. So this just relax. I'm going to talk a bit of this every session because it's got a certain flavor to it. It's not like, modern people, when we think of just relax, what do we think of? Spa, like, 5-star hotel, a pool maybe, kind of champagne, just, do nothing, maybe cigar if you like it, whatever, wine, alcohol. No, it's not that kind of relax, In this just relax, in Buddhist term, we are talking about something that doesn't numb you, Most of the just relax we do now is just to numb us of certain distractions. If we have certain worries, what we do, we go and drink something, we go and distract ourselves basically, and to numb us of our sensitivity, so we don't need to think about certain things. But no, in this way, the Buddhists talk about just relax because of seeing reality as it is, and then once you understand more and more, you start to relax naturally. Just like this story I told you about this snake, you thought there's a snake in the room, The Buddhists love this story. Like, in the dark room, there's a rope, but you mistake it for a snake, poisonous snake. And then you have to stay in this room. You can't get out. And when the wind blows, this rope moves around, and then you feel so afraid. You're so panicking. But if someone just turned on the light and you saw, oh, it's a rope. What all this sweating I had, I was so nervous and everything. So this, when we talk about just relax, we're talking in this kind of context. What used to agitate you a lot? What used to worry you a lot? No, it doesn't worry you a lot. It doesn't. You kind of over it, like then you start to relax more and more. I have a few friends in Myanmar, in Burma. There's some lay person, there's some monks, and they learn this meditation called vipassana. So they start to see, when they quiet down, they see their mind. And then for them, they don't see themselves as like the whole thing, as us, very vague. We think they see it in very detailed in different parts, which is made out of all these clockworks, kind of parts that working. So when they see clearly, not just in the not just idea, but they actually really see it like this. So, different parts, their skin and all this, how we make up. So, it becomes very, very hard for the modern society to sell them cosmetic products. Like L'Oreal, you're worth it. Doesn't really work on them because it's, hey, this is it's not me really, it's just the skin. So it's very interesting. It frees you from a lot of things. But anyway, besides that, I just want to show you that I forgot to mention my background before I became a monk. I was engineering first at University of New South Wales, then I did my PhD in nanotech and so biotechnology. So I'm very familiar with all the, the update. Also personal interest. I'm familiar with the quantum theories, different quantum theories, neuroscience, and all this. They're very cutting edge stuff, And the more I study them, I say, oh wow, actually, the Buddha discovered this 2,500 years ago. Wow, we're only talking about it now. This is amazing, just so amazing. So it's amazing to me. And I just want to show you that, our brain, our wire, like first week, we talk about a lot about this neural wiring. So our brain are wired in a way that we ourselves are constantly projecting our reality. Our brain are doing most of the work. If you look at the latest neuroscience work, we used to think that, back in the school days, what we used to think is that our eyes pick up lights, right? And then it reflect on a retina, and then send this message to our brain, and we interpret, and then we have a feedback. Oh, this is water, so I can drink, some. But the more science study this, they say, hey, no, this process is too slow. We can't compute this. Our lenses, 100 megapixel, and all this information there, which is not quick enough. So what happened? The brain has a shortcut function. So what actually happened is all these memories you have, all this teaching you have, it builds up in the back of your mind. So what happened is that you don't actually see this. Your brain already predict what you're going to see. The brain expects certain things you are going to see. Also, this is why, oh, this is a table. So you see it as a table. The brain is a supercomputer that creates all this image for you at the back. So you're constantly projecting reality. Okay, this is how it works, how we are wired. So just to give you a very, very, very raw example. Let me see if this link works. So for example, in this image, can you see? Or it's not saying? How do I share this? Uh-oh. Okay. I need to share the audio. Yeah. Oh, no, okay. Sure. I say to share the audio. It's just video. Oh, okay. Yeah, just video. Okay. So if you see this horse on the screen, which way is it turning?
It's changing.
Oh, it's changing, yeah.
It changes, right?
Yes.
So your brain actually changes, it keep projecting it. It's like trying to make sense of this image. So the brain actually changes the direction for you in your mind. Can you see? Okay. Okay, let me show you another one.
What is that called? Your brain does that? Anything? You mean when they constantly projecting, computing? Well, there are many terms, but the most direct is like neural wiring of your database. So what happened is like it's very, very hard for us to pick up anything that we haven't learned or seen before because we can't. It's really, really difficult. That's why this box is really hard to break through. Okay. So in this image, you have this, because our brain have this, because this is two-dimensional figure, so our brain try to decipher it. It's called a bistable perception. Okay, yeah. Let me show you another one. Oops. Is it showing? No. Okay, wait. Just share every time. I guess so. So is it a circle spinning? Do you see a circle spinning? Actually, what if I tell you this is just an illusion? All these dots are moving in a straight line. In a straight line. But your brain perceive it as moving around. So now it's trying to tell you, like, they're actually all on a straight line, just going back and forth. I think they will show it like, if you watch one by one, you'll see how it works and how it can trick your brain. So that's one. And then you have more. And when the more it counts, the more. Okay, yeah. So that's one. To my calculate. Okay. How do I? This is weird. I have to reshare every time. It says share screen button. So, for example, this one, if you look at the black hole, is it moving? I'll say yes. Is it moving? You know, this moving, this expanding of this black hole is purely by your mind's own projection. You are expecting it to move. That's why it starts moving. This is how the mechanism of the brain works. We keep predicting what we will see, and we try to match it with reality. We project this all the time. So, so we're projecting the black hole moving, but it's a still image. It's not moving at all. Okay. Also, this one, is it moving? Do you see a moving image? But actually, it is a still image. You can train yourself to see this as still, doesn't move also. And this moving is all created by us. We're creating these things all the time, our reality. Not just these shapes and things, even color. This famous professor from Texas, David Novick, you can look at his website. You see these two balls? Are they different color? Different color?
Yeah.
What if I tell you they are not different color? Your brain's projecting their different color. If I take out the dots, they're like that. They're the same color. But you see it as a different color. It's an absolute brain thing.
Because of the different background, right?
Because of the dots. Your brain just reinterpret. If you just remove the dot, you can see it very clearly. The background, these two balls is the same color.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say here is shapes, size, colors, all these are projection of your brain. That's how we wire it. This is all from our brain. And if I were to tell you, if you study quantum physics more deeply, you realize even time and space are fabricated. They are not a fundamental principle of physics. All these equations we do, we don't need this term called time and space. No, but we see it all the time, time and space. We are, yesterday, today, it's our brain projecting. We all know that. So Einstein calls time the most stubborn illusion we have. So what's the use of knowing that you are projecting everything? That also means you can change your perspective. You are able to train your mind to see things differently. So don't feel like, oh no, if I see him as if something bad, then you can learn to change your perspective. We can train ourselves. That's the use of it. Okay. So sorry about going a little bit over time, but just sitting. This is a meditation, a Japanese meditation. They call it Soto Zen. And this is what we are going to do for the next 2-3 minutes. At the beginning, keep this session, this kind of just sitting, short. If you have time, okay, this week's homework, do you have like, let's say, all through this 1 week, do you have 8 minutes? 8 minutes? So what I want you to do is break out this 8 minutes into 2 minutes. So you have a 4 session of 2 minutes. You can use your phone. Just dial it to 2 minutes. And then in this 2 minutes, what I want you to do is, okay, we can also try to do this together. So I want you to find a quiet place. So not too much disturbance, quiet place where you can be, by yourself, or, no one disturb you. And if you're comfortable sitting cross-legged on the floor, you can with a cushion. But if you are more comfortable sitting on a chair like today, yes, please do that. And what I want you to do is that not leaning backwards like this, but actually try to sit a bit front. So your spines are erect. Like this is the Soto Zen tradition. They really focus on your spine because your spine are like, let's say like cobra, like a cobra, how it's called. So if you are erect like a cobra, you're naturally very awake, aware. And remember this, just relax, we talk about. It's not about that. It's about awareness. You are relaxed at the same time, you're very aware. Okay. So this awareness. So what I want you to do for this 2 minutes is when you sit like this, you can choose to close your eyes or even open your eyes. I prefer to open my eyes because I'm not disturbed by all this. It's okay. So, you can look like downwards, doesn't matter. You can look at anything. So you're just sitting straight like this. And then you just try to relax. Whatever happens outside or inside in your mind, whatever thought that arises in your mind, if it's good, if it's a bad, doesn't matter. Just don't pay too much attention to it. Just relax, So for this 2 minutes, let's try to do this. So just like this, can you do this at home 4 times this week? And then next week you can tell me how you feel. But when you do this, please remember today's session. We talk everything about how everything is our projection. So when you see everything is just your projection, your fabrication, it's like this monster in your nightmare. You know, it's so scary. You've been running away from this monster. You try to kill it, everything, but not knowing all this time, this monster you have created yourself. And that's what happened. We're chasing our own tail. We got, spooked by our own thing. And our thoughts is the same. These thoughts that's like going on, giving us dialogue all the time, they are fabricated also. So you can also just, okay, you can watch them and relax. Imagine if you are dreaming, and all of a sudden you realize, hey, hang on, I'm dreaming. So this monster was chasing you, right? You used to be so afraid, but now you're just so amused. It's like, wow, I'm a good creator. She's so real. Look at his, this thing. You can appreciate the sharpness of the teeth and all that. It becomes amusement. You are free from this fear, and everything becomes an amusement. Your life is changing. Even the most mundane things in this world become interesting. Wow. Then you have this more and more of these wow moments in your life. And you become more and more alive, more and more alive. The reason that we are depressed is because we are numb. And we're trying to get rid of this numbness. We want to be alive, actually. We're screaming inside, I want to be alive. But whatever we do is keep numbing ourselves. We become more and more like zombie, And we're doing the reverse. So the more we are aware, the more we wake up, the more we become more sensitive to our surroundings, to our touch, to our senses. We're happier. We're genuinely happier. We're more confident. Okay? Then we have this authentic presence. And then people will start noticing, hey, well, how come you're so calm? How come? What happened to you? Where have you been? That's why I wanted. So just keep practicing this. Yes, it's so wonderful. Let's explore this together, slowly, slowly. Every time you find, wow. Okay? Yeah. I was going to do a walking meditation, but I'll leave it to next week. So yeah, that's about it for today's lesson. If any of you want to ask any questions, but the brushing homework from last week is very important, because I was telling Chris that we are, as a baby, we learn this texture first. Babies, they like to touch everything. Put everything in their mouth and also touch everything. Even a 7-year-old, they can't stop touching things. Go to a department store, they want to touch everything. Touch is very basic. It is like this texture doesn't, there's less filter. When we see things, when we understand certain ideas, it's got a lot of filters already. It's not so lively. But direct touching sense is very direct. It requires less interpretation. So it's more direct. It keeps us more alive. So that's why I asked Chris, do you remember how the walls in your house feels like? You should, from now, you should start using your hand, touch things, touch the texture. It grounds you. Actually, wow. It's more direct. Because what happened is, like, modern society, people get carried away into their thoughts, into ideas. They want you to make a report, logic, all this. They carry you away from this that kind of reality we're in, like more grounded. So, we try to bring it back. So exploring touch more. So last week homework is to brush. When you brush your teeth, please don't think about sending my kids to school, or this I have to do this, to do this during the brushing. No, when you're brushing, just brush. And you realize, wow, I never had that feeling before in my gum. Actually, our gum are one of the most sensitive spot in our body. You'll be surprised. It's not a G spot. No, we have more neural. It's the gum. And if one day you can brush until, wow, oh, that's really high, you have doing the right thing. You have become more human, more alive. So keep on this brushing exercise, please. When you brush your teeth, just feel the thing touching your gum. Just massage it, or just, be at the present, and do that. So brushing, okay? If you can stick to it, it really works. You can tell me more about it. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. See you next week.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Can you guys hear me clearly?
Thank you.
Yeah? Is that okay?
We are trying to meditate.
Yeah, please
Our
do.
way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking it's like
Just end this session.
no.
Goodbye. Is it recorded? Okay. Okay.